Hello everyone, my name is Beckett and welcome back to the channel. And today in Division 2 we are going to be checking out this secret vendor Cassie Mendoza. And if you don't know how to find her, you first have to locate the snitch. And if you're looking for him, you can go ahead and stick around till the end of the video and check it out, or I will leave a link somewhere in the cards. But before we begin, if you enjoy the content, hit that subscribe, and if you like the video, smash that like button. Alright, first thing we got is the safety distance. This is the named MPX, and it comes with perfect outsider. After killing an enemy, gain 125% optimal range and accuracy for 10 seconds. This is a really good gun. After that first kill, it becomes a laser beam, and you can hit things that you can't hit with any other SMG. If you're going to pick this up and build around it, I would just re-roll that headshot damage to target out of cover, and then I would save this for the optimization station. Not that much to push. You'll have to grind, but you're going to have to grind for anything. So if you really wanted to build around that, that's how I would go along with that. Now we have the pristine example named, and this is a really good roll. 12.1% weapon damage, 7.2% headshot damage. I would re-roll that status effects to handling, something else, armor regen, whatever you were going to be running with your build, and honestly just save that for the optimization station, especially if you are a marksman, because it comes with perfect focus. Increase total weapon damage by 6% every second you are aiming, and that goes up to 60%, and that only works for anything bigger than 8 times. And I think it will work with the Mantis, so you can really get some crazy damage along with the new skill that's coming out. It doesn't have that many niches, but this would be one of those niches where you could really do some damage and probably one-shot a chunga if the scenario was right. Next, we have the Hunter's Fury Backpack, 7.6% headshot damage and mid-tier roll on weapon damage. I would just pass. This is just not a good backpack to pick up if you were running Hunter's Fury. Next, we have the Striker's Chest, 11.9% weapon damage. Not a bad roll. You can find better. Next, we have Future Initiative. These are the healer gloves. Came with 17.4% repair skills. Pretty decent number for some healer gloves. As well as the Eclipse Protocol knee pads. Came with 10.3% skill haste. If you are going to be running Eclipse Protocol, always go status effects. Next, we have a Striker's holster, and it came with hazard protection and weapon damage. And then we have this ongoing directive mask, and not really a bad roll at all. 12.3% weapon damage and 5% critical hit chance. Other than that, I think that's it. We had a 12% magazine size, so for SMG, if you are still looking for that for your recal library. Other than that, that's it. Honestly, guys, pick up the safety distance. I wouldn't sleep on that. And really, I would pick up the pristine example if you pick up anything this week. Now, that's all I have for you guys today for Cassie. Now, if you're looking for the snitch, you can stick around. And if you are looking for more build videos, tutorials, news for new players to old and everything in between, go ahead and check out my channel. And thanks for watching. To get to Cassie Mendoza and get her sweet goods, we need to find the snitch, aka Jared Nash, and he's randomly about the map in different places, but he always has the same spawn location, so he'll always be in the same places, but he's just going to be in different places. There's different maps and stuff you can find throughout the internet and online through Reddit and stuff like that, but they really don't help. There's a few spots where we can always find them, and I'm going to show you how to do that. The best spots where I always find them, I went through about 50, 60 different locations where I've seen online where people, he's always here. No, he's never here, and the map doesn't help. They said that there'll be activities throughout the map and it will disappear when you get close to him, but it's not that easy because you can only see the question marks above his head when you're like 20, 30 feet away from him. But we're going to find him, and it's not going to be that hard. And the trickiest part is going to be to complete his bounty that he drops. So let's get started and show you where he's at, guys. All right, guys. First place we're going to stop by and try to find the snitch at is at the Truman Safe House. It's in Foggy Bottom, and we're going to be looking for him right next to a little lockbox directly across the street, directly to the west. You can see right where I marked it. So if you have not unlocked that or have not found it yet in the world, it's not going to show up. So just click on the map there and just start walking there. It's really easy to find. There'll be a couple trucks around the area, as you'll see. All right, once you run up the hill, it'll be right on our left. You'll see the lockbox, and you can just usually shoot up the fence. I usually come here first every time because it's new day, refresh, get free loot. Maybe I get something, but usually never get anything else. And Jared Nash or the snitch, he'll be right behind there, right behind this truck. As you can see, you got to be really close to see him, guys. He won't even pop up unless you're like 20 feet away from him. And there he is. Luckily, we got him right when we headed to the Truman house. And we're going to accept his bounty. Once you complete that bounty, we'll be able to find Cassie. But I'm going to go into more detail in a sec. We're going to go into a couple other locations. Okay, the next location is going to be the Lincoln Memorial. And we're going to just fast travel straight to that spawn point. And as soon as we get there, we're just going to turn around. And we're just going to start running down, heading towards the Washington Monument. Just heading down there. We're going to hug the right side. We're going to see like a little forest, a group of trees. And we're just going to keep running. Usually he's not here, but every once in a while he will be. One thing to note is if he's in combat or there's any like fighting NPCs fighting with each other around the map, we're not going to be able to find him. But today he was here. Usually when there's nobody here, he'll always be here. But if there's just one NPC, just one dude hanging out, he gets skittish and he runs away. I think it's just part of it. If there's any combat, he just won't spawn in. I don't know why it is, but let's move on to the next spot. All right, our third spot is going to be over in DZ East. We're not going to actually go in the DZ. We're just going to go to the checkpoint, and the checkpoint is called Charlie Checkpoint. It's the northernmost one up top. You'll be able to find it, and we're just going to leave and head out the door, and we're just going to start heading directly to our right, and you're going to see some ladders up on the side of the building. Yep, right up there, and we're going to climb up. And he's going to be up inside these office buildings. Usually would probably be able to see him right now if he was there, but I don't think he is there this time. So hopefully he's there next time, but I usually don't find him here, but every once in a while you get lucky and it's a really close spot. All right, guys, we are on the final spot, and this is probably the best spot to find the snitch any time of the week. If you come here Tuesday, right when the servers reset, I almost find him here every single time. Sometimes I'll just log out and come back to this spot, and it's really easy to find him. So we are heading to 1040 Safe House, and we are going to be going out the southeast exit today, and it's really hard to miss. This guy's really easy to find and almost there probably 90% of the time. I'd say 9 out of 10 times I come to look for him, he is here. So I would always check here. I just like to check the Truman house just because, you know, there's always loot. So we're just going to head out of the southeast exit and just run straight ahead, going down this windy little path, and we're going to end up taking our left. I ended up taking a little detour because I had tunnel vision and I can't stay on track at all. So we'll head back, but when we go down that path, we're just going to head left, and we're just going to go straight ahead, and we're going to take our very next left, and you'll just see a little gate, and you'll run through, and we're going to run through all the way to the end, and eventually you'll see that little green triangle over his head, and he's back here, and there's a weapon box that you can open too, and you'll see him there, and we're just going to accept his bounty, and we're going to grab it. If you already did the bounty, great, and you just got to go and head over to Cassie